Hey everybody, it's Jennifer at Studio J. Happy Monday. Come on in. I'm a couple minutes late. Sorry, I had to get my dogs inside. They were out there barking and I was like, I gotta get them on because Greg's not here and I can't have them barking. Get the neighbors all riled up. So had to round up the crew. Hey Karen. So I had to round up the crew so we can paint. Hey Wendy. Hey everybody. So I've got I have one sample painted already, so we might paint another one, I'm not sure. But I definitely want to do one of the gingerbread cookies with y'all because it's the icing or the faux icing. So I wanna do that one live for sure. So I'm gonna wait for some more people to hop on. They're probably like, oh, it's 3 o'clock, she's not here. Move on. I hope not. Let me get y'all pulled up over here too. Let's see, studio. I'll tell you what, this time of the year, I love, like, as soon as you turn on or you go to Facebook or Pinterest, my feed is so full of so many pretty things. Everybody's making pretty stuff. Okay, if I can figure out where I'm at. Okay, there's Studio J. Hey, Leona. Hey, Melissa. Hey, Dawn. Beads and bows for your bake shop box right now. I love that kit. I have that on my my gingerbread tree in my kitchen. It's so perfect for that. Hey, Diane. Hi, everybody. Okay, here we are. Okay, I think we're good. All right, so what I'm going to do, I released 2 new boxes. I'm sorry I didn't come on yesterday. Y'all, I have been exhausted. We did a Friendsgiving, and it was a lot of work. And so I was just, and then yesterday was a lot of cleanup and just, it was a lot of work. Hey, Amanda. Okay, so we are going to do, okay, so the 2 boxes that I released yesterday, I went ahead and posted them yesterday, and I saw some of y'all already went ahead and ordered them, but I know some people want to see them first, and I don't blame you. The Bake Shop box was maybe the second round of boxes. Now, any of the boxes, well, so far, the boxes, like when I release them, they're good for 2 weeks as a box, a bundle, at that price. And then after their 2 weeks is up, I say they retire. So the box retires, but the ornaments are still available in my shop, but individually. You know, because you might want 2 of the gingerbread and none of the stand mixer or whatever they were. I don't have those samples anymore. Well, I do have those, but they're on my tree. But all the samples that I paint for the boxes, I sold all of them in the Whatnot auction last week. I sold 98 pieces, y'all. That helps so much getting some of this stuff out of here. And I've already got enough stuff to do another one. I started everything at $1 and just cleared it out. It was just a good feeling. It was a lot of work, but it was a good feeling to get that done. So I'm gonna keep doing that, keep clearing stuff out. I think I'm on the right track. So, but the Bake Shop box, those ornaments are still available in my shop. Oh, they're so cute. One has a stand mixer. One has gingerbread, the utensils like the whisk and the rubber spatula and the wooden spoon. There's like a stack of the like mixing bowl. Oh, they're so cute. You'll have to see them. I'll send you a picture, Melissa. You got your Santa picture yesterday. Yay! He's so cute. I got mine hung up. Janice, that's in our private group, had sent me that big Chalk Couture frame, that big chunky white frame. And I put that same Santa, the one swinging, I put him in that frame, and he's hanging in my living room. I love him. He's so pretty. You love your pieces? Yay, I'm so glad. I'm so glad. See, that isn't that better than them being stuck in a tub? Because otherwise it's just going to get packed away. Because I seriously, I know y'all have probably seen all the, Greg calls it toxic trash. It's toxic trash going around Facebook. One page, one presenter has chosen to go on and trash talk people that have pages, creators, especially if you have wood kits, especially if you try to sell your kits, especially if you have a subscription group, especially if you do Whatnot auctions. Well, I don't know that it was that particular page that was saying it, but there's people that are like, they're kind of gathering, they're all kind of going together with it. And I've been reading just some of the comments, and I see people say, yeah, if I see people who get those big fancy lasers and they're cutting kits, I don't follow them. That's okay. You're not my customer. You're not my style. You know, if you eat liver and onions, you're not my style. You know, if you're going to go on and do a cooking show and show how to cook, I don't like that, so I'm not going to watch it. So you don't have to watch my stuff. You know, if you don't like my kits, or you don't like, listen, we come on here and we make all these pieces. We make crafts and Dollar Tree stuff and all that stuff. What are we supposed to do with it? I mean, we can't keep it, and we have to do something with it. So yes, I do an auction. But listen, I can't even watch Facebook auctions. They give me anxiety because of the delay. I've already told y'all that. It drives me nuts. I like the Whatnot auctions because they're fast. It handles everything for you. It handles, like, I don't have to message everybody. What's your email? What's your PayPal? What's your address? Whatnot does all that for you. Yeah, they take a chunk of our money. If I go on and say I'm gonna start this at $1 and it goes for $1, I get 60 cents. Don't call me greedy, okay? Because I'm not greedy. I've never been called greedy. I've never been greedy. I like to share. So, yeah, they are not my people. That's what Greg said. All she's doing is attracting nagging, gossipy, you know, the people looking for that and not wanting to spend a penny, you know. Yeah, I have a laser, but, you know, I try to make my stuff affordable, you know. I'm not trying to get rich off that thing. Y'all, whenever I do a sale, y'all don't see me for a week because I'm a one-girl show. I am standing over that laser, cut, pack, you know? So, trust me, if I thought I was going to, like, make $1 million, y'all would never, ever see me again. Not because I'd run off with $1 million, but because I would be, like, handcuffed to that laser. I'd probably be sleeping beside it, you know, trying to stay warm, but give me a break. I don't know. Yeah, that's what I said. You know, nobody is twisting your arm or taking your credit card information. You know, if you don't want to buy it, don't buy it. I tell people all the time, even if you don't buy the kit for the paint party, come to the paint party. I give out Happy Mail to people that are in there. I don't care if you bought the kit or not. And then I say, come to the Whatnot auction, because there's that little giveaway thing that we do. There were 3 ladies in my Whatnot auction that won giveaways that didn't buy a single thing from me. I don't even know their names. It wasn't people that have ever probably even seen me on here. I don't care, you know. Y'all know, I mean, if I could choose a job, a fun dream job, I'd probably be a game show like Vanna White. I just want to give away prizes, you know. That's my thing. I love doing that. I told y'all I didn't make a living. I tried to do Tupperware when my son was born. My first child was born. I was looking for any way to be a stay-home mom but still make a little money. And I went to a Tupperware party, and the girl was like, oh, you know how they try to recruit you. And I did. I went for it, and I gave away. We played more games. I didn't sell hardly anything, but let me tell you, everybody went home with a magnet or a keychain or something. And I had fun. But I didn't make any money. My husband's like, you can't, ex-husband. He said, I don't think that's a good idea, Jennifer. So, yeah, it's not my thing. I'm more of a giver. But that's okay. That's not bad, is it? Hey, Lois. Hey, Becca. Okay. So anyway, who cares, you know? I really don't care. I'm just doing what I love doing. I love hanging out with y'all. I don't care if you buy anything from me or not. I mean, if you want something, but you know, if I have something you want, you know, and I can sell it to you, I'll sell it to you. But if you don't want it, you're still welcome here. Okay? Don't ever, ever, ever feel like you have to buy anything from me. I still love y'all. Okay. Okay, so I released 2 boxes. I'm sorry, I got off on that. It's been going through my head all morning because I saw someone talking about it. Not the original person that posted that. Someone else was talking about it, and she was kind of taking their side, and she's in my business coaching group, which I tell you what, when we have training in there, that's all we hear about is how our trainer, our coach, how much money she makes and how, you know, what she does. And, you know, I'm not going to ever do what she does, but I like hearing, you know, her story, and I love her. So, you know, whatever. But it was kind of weird because somebody that was kind of jumping on that bandwagon just had an auction recently. She has a subscription group, and I'm like, why are you jumping on her bandwagon? She's talking about you too. I mean, so like Greg says, stay away from that toxic trash. So I'm trying to stay away from it. That's all I'm going to say about it. Okay, let's see. You've been hearing it too, Sarah? I know. Mail lady is here. I just got 4 packages at the door. Oh my gosh. There's some people, all those packages that were on my porch that day, some of them were for the same, you know, like multiple people, because I just packed them and I was like, wow, I could have put these in one box. But I was just trying to get everything out as fast as I could. Okay, let me show you the boxes real quick. Let me get to the good stuff here. Okay, so the sugar and spice box is the it's faux iced gingerbread cookies. Okay, this is an example. This is actually probably not a good example. And y'all, I took all my painted samples downstairs. We had a Friendsgiving the other day, Saturday, and I was showing my aunts some of my painted pieces, and I didn't bring everything back up. But this is similar to it, okay? This is just similar to it. But we're going to make one now, and I'm going to show you. So here's what you get. You get 3 cookies in a pack. It's $20, but you're getting all the stuff. That's the only reason. Now, if I was just selling you the, you know, this and saying, you know, go get you some joint compound, go get you some sprinkles, go get you some beads and all that stuff, then it'd be cheaper, you know, because it's just this. But here's what you get. You're going to get, I'm going to set mine aside. You're going to get 3 little, because you're getting 3 cookies. They're not real cookies, y'all. You're going to get 3 little tubs of the joint compound. And then, now listen, if you don't think you don't have to do them the day you get them. But if you think, oh, well, I might not get around to these till Christmas Eve, make sure these stay closed. But now, if you don't get around to it this year and say, well, I'll do it, because I'm bad about this. I didn't get around to this project. I'll do it next Christmas. I don't know if that joint compound will still be good. I mean, it has a lid on them, but, you know, they're the little condiment cups. But just in case, I don't know how long joint compound lasts. Now, I've had that joint compound for a while now, but it's in a big tub. So, it's a, you know, big one. So, just try to do them this year for sure. Okay, you're going to get 3 little tubs of that. You're going to get 3 popsicle sticks, okay, to stir and to frost, because you might want to do different colors, okay? You're going to get, 3 of these started out to be wood slices, and I was like, does it really matter? You don't have to paint it like a wood slice. It just needs to be a cookie. These could have been completely round, but they're a little bit, you know, not so round. They're round, but, you know. You're going to get 6 wooden beads, and they'll be different. You know, some, now y'all, I got these off Amazon, so they're not perfect. Like, this is so cute, but look, you can see the seam, but they're cute. It's okay if they're not perfect. But you're going to get an assortment of 6 wooden beads, okay? I'm trying to give everybody, like, one of each that I have. You're going to get 3 little mini gingerbread cookies. Okay, Diane. I know Diane made these last year, so she's not going to miss it. You're going to get 3 strips of baker's twine, red and white baker's twine. I see Pat messaging me. I hope she's okay. It keeps popping up over and over. Okay. And then, let's see. Oh, and you're going to get a container of faux sprinkles. And there'll be enough sprinkles in here to do all 3 cookies. And I made sure, now it's just a mixture of, I took a bunch of these sprinkles that I have and a bunch of these sprinkles that I have. I just kind of poured them in there, but I did go in and hand pick to make sure. Now, most of it's just sprinkled out in there, but I did make sure you're going to get some little peppermints. Like, hold on, let me see if I can hold them up. They're really tiny. Like, some are green and white, and some are red and white. And actually, some are red and white and green, like that bead I just showed you. So you're going to get a mixture. So you'll have enough peppermints to do all of your, now you won't have enough to, you know, spread peppermints all over. You might want to get your own if you want to do that. But there are going to be enough peppermints if you want to do them on his buttons. That's what I'm going to do. Okay, so we're going to make one now so I can just show you real quick how easy it is. Let me put this little kit back together here. But yeah, you're going to get 3 tubs of that, okay? So, I don't want to open one of these, so I got my own little one. So what you want to do, if you want to keep it white, like if you want your cookie to be frosted white, that's cool too, because all the colors show up really good. It wouldn't hurt to put a drop, whatever craft paint you use. You know, if it's Apple Barrel, Deco Art, the Home Depot, Bear, you know, paints, whatever paint you use. Doesn't have to be chalk paint. Just put a drop, okay? If you want to, even if you're doing it white, I just think it makes it a little creamier. Mine have not cracked. Have y'all ever done stuff with like spackle or even joint compound and you do it really thick and all that and it cracks? I've had stuff do that. Mine have not cracked. So I don't know if the paint helps or what, but anyway, if you want to color it, it just takes a drop, and you can just do a drop of paint, mix it, and if it's not dark enough, do another drop. Just don't squirt a ton in there, okay? And this should be more than enough. Don't feel like you have to use the whole thing to frost your cookie, okay? Because I might have put a little more than you need. So if you have other projects you could use this for, maybe just snap the lid back on and use it fairly soon. All right, so I want to do one, what color frosting do you want me to use? I was thinking the red is really pretty like that. Pink is really pretty. Think about a cookie. Y'all throw some colors out there for the frosting. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to paint this like a cream color because I want it to look kind of like a sugar cookie. I want it to look like a sugar cookie. And then I'm kind of do the edges kind of like they're golden brown. And then I'm going to frost. But I'm only going to frost like the middle. I want the edges to show so it looks like a cookie. You know what I'm saying? No, I didn't hand pick all of them, Melissa, but I did go in and pick out, see the little peppermints in there? I wanted to make sure everybody got some. Pink or purple? I think pink. Okay, I see 2 pinks already. And I see white. I do have a white one here. There's one done in white. And this just has those, these little sprinkles. It doesn't have any of the, there's all kinds of little sprinkles in here. Pink, purple, yellow. Okay, I see mostly pink. And I do love the pink. So let's just do pink. You're gonna get 3. I just want to show you how it works though. All right. Now keep in mind, this is a bright pink, but you're mixing it with white. So it's gonna probably lighten it up a little, but not a lot. We'll see, but that's a pretty bright pink. You could do a light pink if you want to, and if it's not dark enough, you could add more to it. But look, I'm only, let me do this. This is yucky. I'm only gonna do a drop. Y'all, these are so fun to make. And like I said, if you have leftover, use it on some other stuff that might be gingerbread looking. All right. Oh, wait, I was going to paint my cookie first. Let me do that first. I'm just going to do it like a sugar cookie color or shortbread color. Okay, we're going to do pink. But let's see. Okay, I've got antique white. We'll do that. And only, like I said, only the edges are going to show after I frost it. So. Something's squeaking. Sound like a little bird chirping. I don't know what that is. Okay. Yeah, we had the best Friendsgiving. Man, the food was so good. Everybody brought something, and it was. I just love get-togethers like that. So much fun, but whew, a lot of work. Okay. Okie dokie. So I'm not even going to worry really about the middle. So let that dry a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and paint my little gingerbread man. I'm going to give him a little base coat. I don't know if I need to with that brown color I'm going to do, but I'm going to do it anyway. Because he's so cute. Okay. I'm going to do him, I'm just going to grab one of these browns. This is sable brown. Okay, we're going to do pink. I see a lot of pinks up there. Alright, so for my, let me dry these real quick. Didn't I do a cookie the other day? I feel like I was trying to get the golden brown edges. Oh, it was in our group. We did the little cookies. We all did a cookie sign. All you need is love and cookies. Okay. A little cookie on here. Now his eyes and everything are cut out. You can see right through them, so you don't have to paint those. They're just cut out. All right, let me get a kind of golden color. Mix it with a little brown. I'm just gonna hit the edges. You'll kind of see that a little bit. I'm just gonna hit the edges a little bit. These look so cute on the tree though. I mean, they look like little cookies hanging there. One of the, Callie's I think it's her boyfriend. I'm not sure. They've known each other since they were 4 years old. He lives walking distance from our house. Well, his parents do. I just love him. I mean, his name's John, and like I said, they've known each other since they were little kids, since pre-K. And his parents love her. She loves his family. She loves his sisters. He's got 2 sisters. They love her. I mean, they're just awesome. Well, anyway, I think they might be dating. I'm not sure. They won't tell me nothing. So anyway, he came, and one of his sisters came and to the Friendsgiving. And as people were leaving, we have it down in our basement because, you know, that's where we have all of our get-togethers. There's more room down there. And his sister came down. She's in college. And I think he's a nurse now. In high school, I know his senior year, he was able to take college classes because I guess he graduated early. And while they were seniors in high school, he was actually at college. And like, he would send her pictures. He would get to sit in on, well, not sit in, but like, I guess, observe, like with surgeries and stuff like that. So originally, I think he wanted to be a dermatologist. I'm not sure. But anyway, he's going through nursing school and all that. So anyway, he works at the hospital. He works in the ICU. He's very, very smart. And so he was talking about he was kind of talking about stories from the hospital, and people were like, you know, we're about to eat, you know, and so it was kind of a little inappropriate, but he was like, oh, I didn't even think about that, sorry. But he's so fascinated with his job. It's so cool. But I was like, girl, he might be a doctor one day. You need to hang on to him. But they're just so cute together. But his sister, as people were like packing up to leave and, you know, packing up their food, anything left over, their dish, his sister came downstairs and she said, oh my gosh, I love your house. She said, I just helped your aunt carry some stuff to her car. And your tree is so pretty. And I was like, oh, thank you. I said, you don't think it's too small? Because Callie's giving me a hard time about my Christmas tree being small, because we've always had a big tree. And this year we have a 7.5-foot tree, and it's a slender tree, which 7.5 is a good size. It's just that we've always had like a 9, 10, or 12-foot tree. And this year I just, you know, I've got so much Christmas going on. It's okay. I don't need all that. And so she's like, no, I thought it was beautiful. And I was like, well, thank you. I said, because, you know, it's right next to the fireplace, and the fireplace mantel's decorated and all that. And, you know, the whole living room. And she's like, oh, I didn't see your fireplace. And I said, then how did you see my tree? And she said, it was in your kitchen. And I said, oh, that's a different tree. She said, you have another tree? And I said, yeah. So I said, come on. We went upstairs and I was showing her around, and she's so cute. She's like, oh, I want to have a house and I want you to come decorate it. And her boyfriend was with her, and he was like, is that a tree in your kitchen? I guess he didn't see it. He followed us up there. You have a tree in your kitchen? I was like, yes. It's like, it was so funny how he was so shocked. It was like he was confused or something. But, oh, she was so cute. She was like, oh, I said, well, I'm not done. I'm still working on it. She's like, will you send me pictures when you're done? I was like, okay. Sure. John, oh, he had on the sweatshirt. It said Camaro. He was the tall guy. He was around Callie most of the night. I didn't even realize you were there, Sherry. It was John. Kind of red, not red hair, like brown, blondish. Is it strawberry blonde? I'm not sure. His hair was about my color, I think. But he was kind of tall. I know you saw him. But they're just so cute. So cute together. And every time I've always said, he's been in love with her since they were 4 years old. And she's like, ew, John? And I'm like, yeah. Okay, look, I'm going to do one drop, okay? It's hard to say a drop because it comes out kind of globby. Okay, that might be more than a drop. Just a little bit, okay? I'm going to mix it up. This stuff's thick. Like I said, if you want to make it darker, just add a little more. But you could do a different color. Each one could be a different color. Just a drop. It might be 2 drops. Okay, yeah, now it's darker. Sherry, that turkey you brought was perfect. There's still some. I had a turkey sandwich last night. There's still some left over. You were worried about it being, that light makes it look funny. Oh no, it is white. I was like, I see white in there. Just stir it around. Yeah, Sherry, that's my friend Sherry in the comments. She brought turkey. I made a ham and she brought a turkey. And she was worried because she ordered it from Publix. And she's like, y'all, it's only like 5.5 pounds. She's like, that's enough for me. I was like, no, that's plenty. It turned out to be perfect. Her husband brought brownies. Oh my gosh, they were so good. We had so much good food. Okay, so it's pink. So here's the thing: you wanna put your icing on there. You don't want it so thick that it may end up cracking and breaking and crumbling off. You know what I'm saying? You want it thick enough that when you press your little gingerbread cookie, see how he's got all the little holes with his eyes and all that? You want it thick enough that your cookie is it's kind of the glue for your cookie. So you want it enough, but when you start pressing him in there, you're going to see the icing kind of ooze up, like squish up through his eyes and the little holes and stuff. But it's kind of cool because it's going to decorate those little squiggles on his arms and legs too. So you want it thick enough that he's going to kind of rest in there. But don't press him down so much that he's got like worms. It looks like worms sticking out of his eye. You know what I'm saying? I know that sounds gross, but you know, I'll show you. And like I said, you may not need all of what is in the container. Just get you a little glob and start in the middle, like you're frosting a cookie. And I would say once you finish it, let it sit overnight. Okay? Give it at least overnight to settle. And you can go out as far as you want to with your frosting. I want to leave a little edge so it looks like the cookie is showing. Man, this makes me want a cookie. Try to keep it neat. Don't cover up your little hole so you can put your hanger, little baker's twine. But like I said, mine have not cracked. They haven't like started flaking off or anything like that. So I think when I did something with spackle, it cracked really bad. Got real chalky. And you can, if you want to get it really, really smooth, you can, but it kind of looks good where it looks like frosting. Oops, went too far. These look so yummy. I have one in the sample photo. I did one in green. I did one in red, pink, white. I think I did a couple in white. And if you have one of the sample photos, I had some little bitty snowflakes, little wooden snowflakes, like left over from a project, but they were kind of like that snowflake there. If you have like little in your stash, your scoop stash or whatever, yeah, you could put those in there too. Okay, all right. So there's my cookie. Okay, so I don't know if you can tell. It's not super thick, but I mean, it's thick enough. It's thick enough that he's going to rest on there. And while it's still wet, I'm going to put my sprinkles on there. If you have a pair of tweezers in your craft room, you probably don't want to use your good tweezers. If you have a pair of tweezers in your craft room, you could use those for doing your sprinkles. Where are my tweezers? There. These will work. Okay. All right, so I'm going to put my little cookie right in the middle. And just press him. See, as you start pressing him, that frosting starts coming up through the holes. See how cute that is? And that's what I was saying. I'm like, you don't want it to ooze out like Play-Doh. You know what I'm saying? It's the only thing I can think of. Okay, I don't want to open one of the... Everybody gets a little container of sprinkles. I don't want to open somebody's. I've already got all these like ready to go. So I'm just going to grab a few out of here. But like I said, I did pick out enough... I don't know if the pickle picker thing would work because it's such a big claw. And these are little, these are little sprinkles. Let me see how tiny. It might be easier to use tweezers. Oh, here's one. I was telling y'all some are like red and green and white. Some are just red and white like peppermint. And some are just green and white. And then that one. Let me find 3 that match. I made sure the ones I send y'all match, so. Oh, let's see. Those don't match. And there's a whole bunch of sprinkles in y'all's jar like these. I'll stick some of those in there too. But if you drop it on there and just give it a little press, just kind of embed it in the frosting. Okay, wait, I want to do my peppermints on his buttons, and where the frosting kind of oozed up where his buttons are, I'm going to use that as the glue to hold my peppermint. I have another one that matches. Sorry. Y'all know when I do little detail stuff, I get all quiet. There's some little snowflake sprinkles in there. That one's kind of broken looking, but it's okay. I'm just going to spread them around. Let me show you where I'm at so far. So I'm just going to sprinkle some of these. And now there's also in your container, there's some of these little sprinkles like this too. Honestly, I'm just going to sprinkle these on there. See how they land. Well, let me finish these first. I got these in my hand. Wendy, you have to send me a picture when you get your bake shop box ornaments done. Oh, there's a little pearl. All right, sorry, this is boring. There's even some of these that look like little chocolate. You can't really see them. It's little, like little chocolate chips. I'm gonna put mine in. Put a couple of them. But yeah, just make sure they're kind of pushed in there, because that's gonna hold them in. If they're not pushed all the way in, they're probably gonna fall off over time. So make sure they're kind of hugged in there. All right, let's see. A few more. But yeah, you'll have enough sprinkles to do all your cookies. Okay. Okay, and I'll just put, there's some of these in there too. Now these, I'm just gonna kind of drop a few on there and then press them, go in and press them. Doesn't want to stay on. Okay. All right, I think that's enough. It's done. And like I said, let it dry overnight. But, so there's, isn't that cute? And like I say, you could do all different colors. So I'll set him somewhere safe. I don't know where's safe in here. All right. But then you've got a string of baker's twine. Here, I'm going to go and put that on there. And then 2 wooden beads for each cookie. You might want to wait till it's dry to do this. I'm just going to do it for the live. Do it for the people. Okay, let's see. Did y'all hear about the lottery winner on the Mega Millions? And the ticket was sold like 3 miles up the road from me. So bummed it wasn't me. I didn't buy a ticket, so it couldn't be me. I wonder if it was a quick pick. Or did they pick those numbers, you know? I'm always curious about that. Okay. There we go. He's super cute. And you could change out your beads. If you have, you know, beads you like maybe something, say you do like blue icing and you want to do snowflakes or something like that, you could do that. Right, I'm going to set that one aside. Okay, so that's, you get 3 in your little pack, but you get all the stuff to do it. All you need is like whatever paint color you want to paint your cookie, your gingerbread man, like the round part, the gingerbread man, and then your frosting. So you don't even really need glue. So super easy. All right, so the next box, that box, you get 3 of the, you get basically all that. Enough to do 3. It's $20. It's the sugar and spice box. It's countdown to Christmas. When I get off, I'll snap a picture and do another one. I did one last night, and in the comments, I put the links to each one. If you're interested, I'm not twisting anybody's arm. You don't have to buy them. You're still welcome to hang out while I paint. Just hang out and chit chat. Okay, the second box is Baby It's Cold. And it's the cutest snowman. He's got the little fluffy hat. I showed a picture. And like I said, I took all my stuff downstairs to show my aunts. And I forgot to bring it back up. So we're going to paint one. Put it in here. Let's see which one. Let's do... there's a picture of them on my page. But one is shaped like a gift tag. And it says snow down the side. One is a round ornament with him on it. And one is just his head, you know. I think that's the one I painted already. With one like that. So let's do the one that looks like a tag. A gift tag. I love this one. I like these with the letters on them. Okay. So you get all your little pieces. And I know, I was reading the comments, people say, I hate those kits. What's the point of the kit? The kit is because it's super easy, anybody can do it, and it looks really good when you're done. I don't care who you are, what your level of crafting expertise is, it looks cute. It comes out really cute. Don't shame somebody for that. I think it looks really, really good. Okay, I'm going to do a little base coat on it. Because I think I'm going to do mine in a light blue. Like a light blue sky. Thinking like those polar bear ornaments. These look a little smaller. Did y'all see the dog collars that I posted this morning? Oh my gosh, I should have brought them up here to show y'all. They're really nice. Because I'm getting ready to do my doggy Christmas tree. I think we are going to do the 25 days, the Advent tree. And the first thing they're going to get is their collars. That way they can wear them like through the season. I don't want to give it to them like right before Christmas. I want them to wear them now. But I got to go in and buy 2 more for the big dogs. But I got Cooper. Cooper got the plaid. And it has a little charm on it. It looks like a little present. A little gift package. And then I think one of the pink ones has Christmas tree. Little colorful Christmas trees. And a little Christmas tree charm. And then the other one is pink. And it has gingerbread stuff all over it. And it has a little gingerbread charm. I think the lighter one I'm going to put on Maggie. And then the brighter pink will go on Stella. Because she's kind of a blonde color. She's not white, but she's kind of off-white. Hey, Cindy. I know. I mean, I know some people don't like the kits because there's little pieces, but not all of them are like that. And I mean, if you keep them on the tape, you kind of keep up with the pieces easier. I don't know. And they're like, well, what are you going to do? Well, you buy all these kits. What do you do with them? Well, you make them and you decorate with them. Or you give them as gifts, or, you know, I don't know. But I tell you what, I haven't had anybody come in to my house and see a piece that I've made and say, that's garbage, or anything. Even Greg doesn't say that. And he thinks all my stuff is garbage. We need a dumpster. He wants a dumpster to get rid of all my stuff. Because to him, it's just stuff. But it's my stuff. I love stuff. I have a thing for stuff. doing it kind of fast, but you can take your time and, you know, enjoy it. Watch a movie. You can watch Christmas movies while you make ornaments. Or gift tags. These are perfect gift tags. I just thought that was crazy that somebody would say, oh, these people, if I hear that they're doing whatnot auctions, I don't follow them. And I'm like, why? What's wrong with you? I really don't understand what they think we're supposed to do with all this stuff we make. I have gotten better about, I don't sign up for events that are ridiculous. Like, you know, a leprechaun on a pogo stick. I mean, I made that up. Nobody's done that. But you know what I'm saying? Some of these events, and I'm not knocking these hosts or hostess that do the groups, because I'm going to tell you something. I only have to come up with one crafters challenge a month for my group. And I rack my brain. I'm like, what? I don't know what to tell them to make. I can't imagine having 2 events a month and giving everybody a theme. You know? I would run out of ideas. So my hat's off to them. Kudos to them. But I've gotten where I don't sign up for things that if it's not something I really like, I don't want to waste my time, my supplies, and then be stuck with some weird piece that I'm like, what am I going to do with this? I don't want it. I don't think any of my people, when I call y'all my people, I feel like we kind of like the same stuff. I don't think you'd be here if we didn't like the same stuff, you know? I mean, what would y'all think if I came on here and I was like, oh, today we're going to make a leprechaun on a pogo stick. Oh, what? I don't want that. I don't even want to watch you make that. Like I said, I made that up. Nobody has done it. I don't think anybody's doing a leprechaun on a pogo stick. I'm just saying, like, I don't sign up for a lot of St. Patty's Day stuff just because, I mean, I don't have a deal against St. Patrick's Day. I don't decorate. I don't, you know, buy a lot of, I don't buy anything St. Patrick's Day. I have no reason, but I don't decorate my house for it. So I just don't want to, I don't want to have to buy stuff to make a project like that. It's just a waste for me, not everybody. Some people are, you know, Irish and they love that. So I get that. Okay. All I did was a white base coat on all the pieces. You use harnesses. We use a harness when we go out because they slip right through them. But like we have a harness in each car. I keep a harness in the car just because, like if we go in Home Depot or whatever, we put it on Stella. But she's the only one that really goes to places like that. But I told Greg, I said, we need to keep it in the car at all times, because if we were ever in any accident, or if we broke down, or if there was any reason why we had to like get her out of the car, and I don't think we'd walk, we'd probably call OnStar or call AAA or something, or call somebody. But still, I was like, it's nice to have the harness there. Even if we're not planning to take her to Home Depot. Sometimes we just go through the drive-thru at 7 Brew or whatever and get a pup cup or a coffee or whatever. But I was like, you know, even though she's not getting out, we still need to take her harness. Okay, I said I was going to do this one in blue. Do a couple of blues. I think I'm going to do a really light blue and then kind of go around the edges with a deeper blue. That blue bonnet, and this one is Robin's Egg blue. So I'm going to try to do 2 different blues. Yes, the paint parties. Oh, the paint party's tomorrow night. We're doing, oh, I did bring it back up. We're doing, this tomorrow night. a little gingerbread. It's on a block. It's a little shelf sitter. But isn't it cute? A little gingerbread. I don't know how I feel about this right here, but but it's gonna be so cute. Are y'all excited? And like I said, even if you don't have that kit, okay, nobody has to buy that kit. You are all welcome at the party. And we do, anybody that's been there knows, we do Happy Mail, we do Plinko. If you bought the kit, you'll have a raffle ticket, and you can play if your ticket gets called, you get to play Plinko, and we'll have 9 prizes on the Plinko game. And I've been buying more prizes. It's gingerbread themed, so it's kind of, you know, most of the prizes are gingerbread or Christmassy or, there's one grand prize on the Plinko board. Wendy won it last month. There's one prize on the Plinko board. Whoever lands on that one gets next month's paint party kit free. Isn't that a good one? I can only do one of those per game, per party. But I thought that was a great prize. So that'll be on the board too. Somebody's going to win that. But yeah, we still do Happy Mail. So like I said, it's not only for the people that buy the kit, but the Plinko game is only because those are the people that, because it was a raffle ticket in their box. So that's how you get that raffle ticket. I'm sorry if that doesn't feel fair, but, you know, well, no fair. Because that was one of the things they were saying, you know. They were saying that, like, these presenters only talk to people in the comments if they're in their subscription group. I talk to anybody that's talking to me, unless you're a stink bug. If you're a stink bug, you're invited to the block party. That's where I block you. You love to do challenges just to do them. It is fun. It's like, do you remember that on Food Network, Chopped? It was Chopped. And they would all get a basket. They would all get a basket of like different ingredients, and they had to cook. Who is that? Hey, who's here? Greg? Yep. Oh, okay. I was like, I hear somebody walking and talking, or opening doors, but I know who it was. But they, hey.
Had to print out something.
Oh, okay. I didn't know you were here. I just heard somebody walking, and then I heard a door open.
About 30 minutes.
You're heading out?
Yeah, in about 30 minutes.
Okay. Okay, I'm just painting an ornament and talking. No, they would have different ingredients, and they had to like make a meal using those ingredients. And y'all, I have to look at recipes. I couldn't do that. That wouldn't work for me. I do try to talk to everybody. Hey, Angie, I didn't see you pop in. Hey, girl. Facebook stopped notifying you. You know, Donna's been following my, Donna Shields Stone, or Donna Stone Shields. I get her. I get confused when people have multiple names on there. She's been following me forever, and she was in our private groups and all that stuff, and she said that Facebook keeps unfollowing me for her. She has to keep going in and refollow, so I don't know what that's all about. She says she just keeps checking it, and so y'all check that. I don't know what's happening. My aunt handed me her phone the other night at the party, and I showed her. Oh, I actually showed 2 of my aunts were at the Friendsgiving, and I showed them the jump rope. I was talking about the jump rope guy, and I said, I was talking about me and Pat are like, we would watch this jump rope guy. Do y'all know who I'm talking about? His name is Dalen or Dayan? Dalen Kolev or something like that. I know you've seen him. If you haven't, you probably will now because I'm talking about him on here. It's probably gonna. But anyway, I was showing it to my aunts, and they were like laughing. Oh, I'm gonna watch this. I said, look, you will lose 2 hours of your life because he will just show up on your news feed. And she's like, well, how does that news feed work? And I was showing her. And I said, well, here, let me show you mine. So I went to mine, and it didn't even have her following. I said, Aunt Gwen, you're not even following me. And she said, I don't even know what that means. But I thought, well, she was following me because I always would pop up on her page. That's how she would come in and say hey and stuff. But I had to go in and refollow for her. But I don't know why they do that. I thought it was a glitch, but now I'm starting to think it's intentional. I don't know. Okay, snow. Okay, so it's got the outline where everything's going to go. I just did a light blue on there. And I'm going to do his hat. The sample I already painted, I tried to do his hat in buffalo check. I might do his hat in black and white buffalo check. You think? Or I did red and black. What color should I do his hat, y'all? See, you had to follow for the third time. See, why is it doing that? So y'all, while you're watching, if you don't mind, tap the screen right now and look for those 3 little dots. You know, it's like 3 little, like a line of dots. If you tap it, it'll give you the option to either follow me or unfollow me. Please don't unfollow. You may not find me again. But isn't that weird? I just thought it was a glitch or something, but I don't know. They say when Facebook does these updates, it does that. Okay, I think I'm going to do his scarf. Oh, wait. I want to do the little tag. The little grommet for the tag. I'm going to do it the same color as the tag. Light blue. Okay. Rude, Facebook. Lisa. Okay, let's see. Oh, I might do my letters to look like wood. Kinda. Let's see, I'm gonna do some brown on here. I'm trying not to get paint all down in the letters. And these little flat wedges help. If I use a paintbrush, it goes all down in there. I'm trying to get most of the paint off. That helps. I'm gonna leave those brown, and then I'm gonna dry brush them, of course. All right, let's see. Black and white buffalo check. Okay, let's try it. So what I'll do is hat's white. I'm just going to paint some black, and they don't have to be perfect, because I'm going to take one of my chippy brushes and just kind of dab some, or spray some flick. I'm going to flick some white paint, so it'll kind of hide any imperfections, because I will have imperfections. That's my crafting style. Imperfections. Imperfect. Okay, I'm just going to take a little brush, but I do feel like, hold on, let me see if my pickle picker is over here. That's what Wendy calls it. We call it an eyeball remover. I don't know where I took it. Y'all, I don't know what I did with that little kit. I wonder if I left it in the basement after the... Oh, it might be down there from the last paint party. Or one of the paint parties. So I'm just going to use I'm going to use kind of a square brush. Something, because I want to try to do some little squares. Okay. I'm going to kind of spread them around. Let's see. Whoopsie. Oops. See, I'm just doing little. They don't have to be perfect. Thank goodness. Now, he's got a little tag. Oh, you see that little rectangle outline there? There's a tag here. It says Frosty. It's going to go over that, so it's going to hide whatever I paint there. So I don't have to worry about if it's halfway across that or not. Let's see. Yeah, because there would be one here. You might even be able to find a stencil for Buffalo Check. No, polka dots would be cute too. My brush has like a bad hair day. It's like, it's got these little wild hairs. Okay, good enough. It kind of looks like a cow, but it'll be fine because there's also a layer of the little fur around his face, the furry part of his hat. So that's gonna go on there. So it'll be fine. His scarf. Let's see. Should we do a black and white scarf to kind of go with his hat? I think that might be pretty against that blue. Let's do that. Here we go. Give it a little more white. Okay, he's got a carrot nose. Just make it a little orange. Black and white scarf. Okay. Hey, Tony Lynn. How are you? All right. That's not like a bright orange, but it's orange enough for his nose. Okay. All right, black and white scarf. Brush. All right, there's two pieces to the scarf. one's like a layer. So let's see. Oh yeah, I think the black and white's really gonna make it pop. This little Lazy Susan is kind of wobbly. It's there we go. So there's that part, and then there's a layer that goes over this part of the scarf. So do that real quick. Okay. All right, then we got white snowflakes. Okay, I think we're about ready to start putting it together. Let's see. I'm going to use the end of my paintbrush stick to do his eyes. Your Sooners won on Saturday and they beat Alabama. My team, of course, lost. So, you know, what else is new? I didn't even watch. And Callie, every time I'd walk into we had TVs on in different rooms because it was during the Friendsgiving. And every time I'd walk in the room, we were winning and then we were losing. It was Florida and Ole Miss. And she was like, Mom, every time you come in here, something bad happens. So I was banished to the other room. And then she comes in there and she's like, so-and-so scored or so-and-so did this. And I was like, I'm not even in there. So don't blame me. But it was, every time I'd go in there, the other team would score. She was like, Mom, go back in the other room. It's like, ah. Okay, I want to give you some little rosy cheeks real quick. Little pinky cheeks. Okay, let me dry this real quick or I'm going to smear his little eyes. Yes, I make these. This is actually a box, a kit. You get 3 different little snowmen. And then, these 2. These little cookies. We just made those. So you get 3 of those. So we are going to dry brush the words, the little blocks. They're like little Scrabble tiles. Oh wait, I didn't want brown. What am I doing? White. Well, it doesn't look like wood, but it's not bad. They're just brown. All Okay, I might do the same thing for his name tag, or his name, that little block. I brought those dogs in because they were barking, and now Greg's got them out there and they're barking again. Okay. All right, rosy cheeks, and then we can start putting him together. All right. His nose is going to go right across there, so I think it'll be fine. All right, let's start gluing him together. He's going to be so cute. Pat Lee, they won't let me out for good behavior. What? They let you out for good behavior. Well, good. So you're home? You're back home? Oh, I hope so. I hope you're doing better. I've been thinking about you. They let you out for good behavior. I was talking about you a few minutes ago. I was telling everybody about our jump rope guy. I introduced my aunts to his page. So again, this is super easy because it's got the designs etched on here so you know where to put everything. Hi, Max. What's up? What's up, Miss Maggie? Huh? Guess Maggie came to visit. Oh, Maggie loved Friendsgiving. Sherry, my friend Sherry that was just in the comments, her husband was letting Maggie eat off his plate while he was eating. Maggie was like sharing his food. It was kind of funny. Maybe she got some mashed potatoes. He's like, oh, I let my dogs do this. I was like, oh my gosh. All I saw was her tongue going right on his plate. I was like, Ricky, she's getting your food. He didn't care. Okay. Oh, you know what? I was going to pounce. Don't want to do that yet. I'm just going to pounce some white. I have any on here. We're going to flick it, but I think I'm just going to pounce it. There we go. What's that, little girl? Okay. Sorry, I'm not even looking up. You want to say hey? She's like, who are you talking to? Okay. And then if you get this kit, the little nose looks like it's broken on the end. It's kind of like cut off, but it's because it butts right up to his hat. It's like the little rough, the fur on his hat. At first when I cut him, I was like, did I cut the edge off? But it goes right up against that little ruffle on his hat. So that's why it's kind of flat looking. Okay, there's his nose. Oh, it's his scarf. Oh, wait. His scarf's kind of hanging over the edge. Okay. All right. Here's where we're at so far. And then you've got, all right, the letters that spell out, this like Scrabble tiles that spell out snow. And then you've got the grommet for the top of the tag. And then you've got 3 snowflakes. There's 2 etched on here. So you can see where they go. And then the other one goes on his scarf. So one of the little ones goes on the edge of his scarf. So cute. There. There. And okay. Oh, last scarf. Snowflake. Let's see. Okay. I had to get my last little pounce of snow. There. Okay. Look how cute he is. Okay, so I was going to take a little bit of a darker blue. Just a little bit. And go around. I'm just going to put some on my sponge and pounce most of it off. I'm just going to hit the edge. Just kind of shadow it. Do a little bit on the snowflakes too. Okay. I think he's done. Okay, we need to add. I don't think I brought my jute up here. I got some in here. Make a little hanger. Like I said, this comes with 3. There's a round one. There's one that's just his head with a scarf, you know, and then the one on the tag, this one. So there's 3 in this kit. It's 16. It's called the Baby It's Cold box. That's the name of it. And he's available now. It's available through, even if you can't get it now, it's available through the 30th. And then on December 1st, new boxes will release. I'll put 2 beads on here. All right. And there we go. Isn't he cute? I love him. He's so fun. But yeah, there's 3. I'm not going to do the other 2 right now. I probably will end up doing them, but here's the cookie that we did earlier. And like I said, you can do different colors because you're going to get 3 little pots of white joint compound. So you can mix whatever paint you want in there. Make whatever colors you want. But it is cute. It is cute with white also. Looks like a cookie. So, any colors you want. All right. That's it. Thanks, y'all. Okay, so don't forget, tomorrow night, 6:30 p.m. Eastern is the paint party. And like I said, even if you're not doing the kit that we're doing, you could, you know, if you got something else you're working on, turn on and watch and hang out, because I do Happy Mail even for people that didn't buy the kit, because not everybody has to buy the kit. You know, you might be making gingerbread cookies, or you might be painting, or you might be decorating your tree or something like that. Still come hang out with us. You're always welcome. Everybody's welcome here. Okay? Give them to your mailman. He must be, he does kind of look like a mailman. I wonder if he would like it. My mail, he's kind of a young guy. Not young, but I am going to get him some snacks. I usually set up that snack tray, snack cart for him. But the Amazon people, the Amazon drivers that I get, they're so greedy. They shove all the snacks in their jacket. I don't mind if they take 2 or 3, but don't take the whole thing. That's not nice. I see them on the Ring camera, and I'm like, what are they doing? But yeah, I mean, I know. They may be hungry, so I don't say anything. But it does bother me. Okay. I will definitely see y'all tomorrow night, 6:30 p.m. Eastern, for the paint party. I have another project I want to make that, I also released the, okay, so the new release, the Baby It's Cold box is the new box. The Sugar and Spice Gingerbread Cookie Ornaments Trio is a box. And then there's a new ornament, the Snow Globe Church. That one is on special through Wednesday, because I just released it. So, I posted pictures last night. I'm so sorry I didn't bring everything up here with me. I was trying to get the dogs in, and it kind of threw me off track. So, but I posted pictures of them on my page last night, so you can see those. It's a beautiful, it's an ornament, and it's like a snow globe, and it's got the little white snowy church. It's so pretty. I love snowy churches. So, all right, I'm going to run, we'll make sure I've got everything ready for tomorrow's paint party. And I will see y'all tomorrow, if not sooner, but I will definitely see you tomorrow night. All right. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks, y'all. I know, I think he's cute too. I want to do them all different. you know. I know some people like to do the collection matching because if you're going to keep them. But if you're going to use them as gift tags, you could do them all different. You could do them in like team colors. Like if you know you're going to give this one to somebody that's, you know, Atlanta Falcons fan or, you know, I'm just using Georgia Bulldog fans or whatever. You could do like red and black or, you know, whatever team colors they are, you could do. That would be cute. But they all three of these have that same hat. They're just different shapes, shaped ornaments. All right. All right, y'all. Have a great rest of your Monday. I think I'm gonna go get it's 4:30. I think I'm gonna go get an iced coffee. I don't know if that's too late or not, but we'll find out. Hey, there's Stella too. I didn't even see Stella came in here. Hey girl. Hey girl. She's not gonna jump up either. All right. Y'all have a great day and I will see you later. All right. Bye y'all.